Hello everybody, this is your favorite YouTuber and your favorite teacher, Mr. Escobar, here with another video. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera and explained what I'm doing, but I'm glad I'm here. I just landed about an hour and a half ago. I already got my rental car, a Toyota Corolla, and I'm not going to be able to check into my hotel until 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning and it's cold. It's windy. You know, anyways, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here because of all of you, for all my students, and for some of you who wanted me to come here and check out the place, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I came all the way down to downtown. It's going to cost me quite a bit for parking, and I believe I'm supposed to go over there to my very first spot, and that's what I'm going to do for these incoming videos, and show a little bit about Chicago. So my first spot is going to be right over there. Let me show you. Come with me. Let's go right now. And here it is. This is Starbucks. Now, this is not your everyday Starbucks. This is a little bit different. You see, this is called a Starbucks Reserve, and there's only 7 of these in the world. And I've been to one in Seattle, and I also been to one in Tokyo, because they have one in Seattle, one in Tokyo, one in Milan, one in Shanghai. Don't remember where the other ones were. I think it was New York, because they have them in the Empire State Building, I believe. But this one is the one in Chicago. Now, this is a different type of Starbucks where they have different type of coffees that are so exclusive from around the Latin America and also around the world. And that's what I plan to do. I believe the coffee house is actually on the top floors, because they have restaurants, they have bars and stuff like that. I don't drink or anything like that, so I'm definitely gonna go to the one on top. But this is the biggest Starbucks in the world, believe it or not. The very biggest Starbucks. It looks huge from the outside. So let me go ahead and cross the street, and let's take a look. Okay, so looks like I was wrong. The Reserve Coffee bar is on the first floor. On the second floor, there's a cafe with pastry, pizzas, and salads and stuff like that. The third one is they have coffees, but they also have gelatos. It looks like they have some type of ice cream. And the fourth one is the actual bar that I'm not going to, because Mr. Escobar doesn't drink. And number 5 is the roof terrace, so that you can see the view there. So I'm gonna show you the Reserve Coffee bar, and I'm gonna get myself a very fine coffee. This is my very first spot here in Chicago. But looking around is amazing. I'm just I see a lot of runners. I think there might be a marathon this weekend. I'm not quite sure, but let's go through the doors. Let's go check it out. Check it out, Starbucks Reserve. And it looks pretty unique. It kind of reminds me of the one inside of Disneyland, because they have so many things to see on how they process the coffee. I'll get my coffee there in a moment, but I just wanted to show you around. Check it out. Isn't that amazing? And they have a very crazy structure, nice fireplace, which is well needed, especially this morning. But look at that. Huge, huh? All right, let's check out the merch. All right, we got the Chicago sweater, which I probably would not get for myself. They're pretty small. But then they have the exclusive coffee here. Remember I told you from Latin America? Like, for instance, oops, I almost dropped it. This is from Honduras. So this is, think of it like they go into a mom and pop coffee farm over there, and they have a deal with them where they can exclusively make so many of these for the reserves. And I like Honduras coffee. How much is this, by the way? I don't know how much this go for, but I might have to take one of these home. But we'll see. You know what? In fact, I will. Is it dark roast though? I don't know. I'm whole bean, so I got a coffee grinder at home. Yeah, so they have different ones, and if you go up here to the escalators, like I was telling you, they have the pastries, the coffee bar, experimental coffee bar, coffee brewing experience. You know what? Let me go number 3, because I think that's the one where they have all those crazy stuff. Look at this escalator. Wow, look at that. See how it just curves like this? I haven't been on an escalator like this since I was in Japan, but look how it just curves. I haven't been and a cool escalator like that in a while. But look at this. Look at the view. Look at that. And this is I'm on the second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. It's amazing, right? Crazy. And it's huge. Wow. Amazing. People are chowing down. Chicagoans eating. Let's see what's in the menu. Okay, so you have to scan for the menu, but I can see there's a lot of pastries in here, but I'm not seeing the coffees, the unique coffees, the flavorful coffee, the expensive coffees. But so maybe that's on the other floor. So but look at this, they're hard at work over here. Isn't that amazing? All right, let's go to the third floor and see what's happening up there. So this is the experimental coffee bar, and they have some brewing experience, and I do see what I want over here, because I've had those type of experience. There's, see those deals here? They make a single cup of coffee from a single source of coffee beans, and they cost quite a bit. Like for instance, $19 for a cup of coffee. Can you imagine that? But yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can try one of these deals. Looks pretty cool. Check out the pastries they have on the third floor. And remember, I'm just on the third floor. I don't know if I can handle one of these yet because I haven't ate breakfast yet, but maybe. I like that brownie. Look at that. For 10 bucks. Wow. So, boys and girls, how much are these coffees that they're going to make for me? $18 for a cup of coffee. Yeah, so I did get the Honduras one. Now, if you look at this wall, I've had these coffees at other Starbucks Reserve. They're so exclusive, and these are the deals that they will give you to tell you a little bit more about it. I don't remember which coffee I had last time, but they have one from Guatemala, Ethiopia, Costa Rica, you know, some of the best spots, Peru, Tanzania. So they have them all over. So remember, these are just very small batches that they exclusively made for a Starbucks Reserve. And yeah, they're gonna go ahead and make one right now, and I'm gonna film a little bit, and let's see what an $18 coffee tastes like. What an experience. Okay, so this is how they're warming up my hot water, and sure enough, they're gonna put my exclusive coffee. They have a whole entire process. Now, this is not very easy to do. I tried learning how to do this, and eventually I will. I can buy everything, but this is what the coffee I'm having, and I'm gonna take a whole bag of it home. So this is the Honduras exclusive coffee reserve coffee here at Starbucks. So this is the finished product right here. So my coffee is right here, my single cup of coffee from Honduras, and she's gonna go ahead and get that prepared for me, and we'll see how that tastes like.
This is gonna kind of give you an idea of how to be able to like enjoy your coffee a lot. So you're gonna want to smell your coffee. That's like a huge part of the experience. It's gonna help you open up to the flavors in the coffee a lot. And then when you go to take your first sip of your coffee, make sure you give it like a nice loud slurp. That's gonna do two things for you. That's gonna help cool off the coffee because it is very, very hot in there. And then it's also going to help spread the flavor around inside of your mouth, so that way you can get a decent taste of it.
Nice. So right now my coffee is very, very hot, so I have to wait a couple of minutes for the temperature to drop. And looks like I'm gonna smell and I'm gonna slurp, and we'll see what that experience is like. Okay, so yeah, 20 bucks for a cup of coffee for me and for you. Okay, let's go ahead and try my exclusive cup of coffee, or maybe a shot of coffee, I guess, and from Honduras. Cheers. Smells really good. Now, I'm a school teacher, so of course I love coffee. And I'm gonna tell you, this is one of the best cup of coffee I have ever had. No sugar, no cream, just straight out wonderful coffee from Honduras. And oh my gosh, yeah, it's fantastic. Really, really good. Hey, that was fantastic. Now let's go see what's on the fourth floor. The coffee was really, really good. What's so cool, they have the different coffee reserves. I've been to the one in Seattle, so that was built in 2014. This is the biggest one that I'm in right now. It's built in 2019, I believe. I haven't been to the one in New York yet, but as you can see, they have a bar there with coffee stuff and everything. Milan and Shanghai. I've been to Shanghai before, but I've never been to the Starbucks Reserve. I remember I tried going in there, but I've been to the one in Tokyo. So Tokyo, Shanghai, Milan, and such. So you can see there's another level. They sell coffee here, but they also have those other drinks. But let me just go and give you a bird's eye view over here and check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I got. I got a whole coffee beans of the coffee I just had, the Honduras one, which is a very exclusive reserve. Cost me quite a bit. I'm not even gonna tell you how much that cost me. And I also bought an exclusive Chicago Starbucks Reserve coffee bean. So I can't wait to bring that home and enjoy it. And you know what, kids? I'll go ahead and brew it right in front of you so you guys can smell how good it is. Of course, I'm not gonna let you have any, but anyways, yeah, so coffee Starbucks Reserve, until we meet again, was one exclusive awesome place. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that video. That was a great cup of coffee at the Starbucks Reserve. And right now I'm on the move, gonna move my car, and I'm off to my second spot. Don't forget to hit that notification button, give me a like, drop a comment. And don't forget that Mr. Escobar thinks about you up here and down here always, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave you with a song quote from one of my favorite bands called Styx. They're from Chicago, Illinois. So I hope you enjoy that one. All right, off to the next video. See you then.